Thank you for checking out Late Night Laz. Here's your host, Laz.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Late Night Laz. My name is Laz. I'm gonna be honest. I got nothing. When I tell you that I am tapped out, my resources have ran dry, my brain is empty, I have nothing. There's a reason why a new episode hasn't come out. So much has been going on in my head. So much has been making me hate everything. So much has been making me doubt myself. Everything that has been happening in the world around me has made me not want to sit down here. And that is how I know that something's wrong. That's how I know that something's wrong, because giving up has never been an option for me. I've always been a push forward kind of guy. But for some reason, for some twisted reason, I can't bring myself to do anything because I have nothing. So I figured it's 2:55 in the morning. Why not sit down and just clear my head out? Just talk. No topic, no list, nothing has inspired me lately. The only thing that continues to keep me going is my fear of failing. Failure is absolutely inevitable. You can't stop it. You're going to fail more times than you're going to succeed in this world. You know, you can get told no 10 times and get told yes the 11th time. Boom, you're a winner. The other 10 times you've been told no does not matter. It's that one yes. So I can fail so many times. That's my fear. How many times am I going to fail? How many times am I going to try different things? How many times am I going to do this, that, and the third? Continue to try. And then nothing happens. Nothing comes of it. Here's the thing. I can't give myself. I can't get myself to the point of giving up. I have looked the inevitable in the face. I have looked possible homelessness again in the face. Just the thought of, just anything that detours me from doing what I want to do in life. I've looked at everything, every obstacle to see if I can push to the side. Can I minimize this? Can I drop this or that just to give me the focus and lock in and on something that I want more than anything, to lock in on that and to see if I can make it happen for myself. And then I think to myself, you got bills to pay, you fucking idiot. Why would you even think that? You got shit that you got to get done as an adult. You're not a teenager no more. You're no longer in your early 20s. You have to lock in and focus on real life, not whatever dream that you continue to have, whatever thing that you thought about doing in when you were 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to make music at 17. You wanted to, be on TV. You wanted to write things. You wanted to do this, that, and the third, but you're not there anymore. You're not there anymore. You're not that young kid with all the time left in the world. I tell myself that. I look in the mirror and I say that to myself, but then I just realize that's my fear. It's just my fear. My fear of, like, if I work so hard for something and I finally get there and I use my fingertip and I just tap it. I get a taste of it and it's gone. That's the fear. That's my fear. That even after I get told no 100 times, and the 101st time I get told yes, after that 101, I'm going to get told no 100 more times. That is that fear. I don't fear life. I love life. I hate the fact that I can't enjoy life because I'm not doing what I love. And because I don't do what I love, I end up doing mundane things to pass the time. Things that don't exactly matter to me. A lot of things don't matter to me. But the things that do matter to me, I can't focus on because I have to continue to float through life. I realized something a couple months ago. I just have disassociated for the past 10 years. Over 10 years, actually. I've disassociated for over 10 years. I have not felt real. Nothing has felt real for over 10 years. My memory is so spotty. I barely remember shit. I remember what I love, making music, being around my friends, being around my brother, spending time with my adopted mom, rest in peace. Spending time with my birth mom, I love you. Spending time with my sisters, I love them. Brothers, same thing, love them. But I don't remember much after that. I don't remember. People have to remind me of people's names. People have to tell me, remind me of these things that I've done. And I'm just like, I don't remember. When did we do this? When did this happen? I don't know. I truly don't know. The fear of getting far into my life and living the life that I see for myself. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything that I've wanted to do since I was a small child, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I reach it, if I finally get it, if I grab it, and I try my best to hold on to it and squeeze it and love it and nurture it, it won't be enough to keep it. That is my fear. That is my fear. It won't be enough to keep it. No matter how much you love something, it's a damn shame that it might not love you back. It's not about relationships. It's not about people. It's about what you love, right? I love music. I love making music. I love listening to music. I love writing music. Music doesn't love me back. No matter how much I've wanted to be in studios with high level producers and working with my favorite artists and meeting my heroes, music doesn't love me the way I love it. I came to that realization once I started sitting behind the mic and talking. Because I fell in love with this. This loves me enough to give me a taste of what it feels like to have people listen. Music loved me enough to give me a taste of it, but it didn't love me enough to continue to give me that taste. I still love writing music. I love writing music. That's one thing I'm never going to not love is writing music. But what I will never love again is wanting it so much, knowing that for me, I wouldn't be enough for music. I don't look like a rapper. When people see me, they don't think rapper. They think musician. They think I could possibly do some shit. But when I look in the mirror, I face the inevitability. I don't look like a rapper. I got a very tumultuous background. Yes. But I don't look like a rapper. I look like a manager of a rapper. Right? I look like someone who works in the A&R room, someone who works in the mail room. but I knew that I still loved it. So I pushed for it. I wanted it. I craved it. I put out 3 projects, right? I made good music. I can't deny it. Of course, I love making music. Music is in me. I've been singing since I was 6 years old. Been rapping since I was 8. I love music. I love everything to do with the artistic space. I wanted to be on TV. I don't look like an actor. I have a very distorted Picasso-esque face. People can tell me I'm handsome all the time. It's the reality. I don't look like an actor. I don't look like a rapper. I'm me. I can't deny that I'm me. I refuse to. Right? But this. I found my voice in this. Right? I haven't quite come to the same conclusion that I came with rapping and, you know what I'm saying, acting, artistry. Because I don't think I can come to that conclusion with this. As much as I love both of those things, I feel freer when I do this. I feel freer, more emotionally open when I do this. Granted, my mind has been on another plane, and sometimes I don't know what to talk about. Sometimes I don't even know if anyone's going to listen. And the crazy part is, I cared about people listening when it came to my music. I cared about people listening to that because it was like, you only move with listeners, right? What is it? Russ dropped a song a week for a year. For a year and a couple months, actually. And each time he dropped, the listenership would go up and up and up and up and up, right? It's a good plan to have. You know you have the hard work to back up the talent. Right? Because you can have all the talent in the world, but you're not. Your work ethic is not where you want it to be. You're lazy, you're sleepy, you don't have the motivation to do it today. I write music all the time. But I don't have it in me to learn how to mix and blend and produce my own stuff. I would need a person for that. Granted, if I were to find that person, I'd probably be off to the races, right? But I still don't look like or sound like what anybody wants to hear. The last project I put out was Thursday. Okay. Thursday was such a big passion for me. I loved that project. But the project didn't love me. Granted, every story has an end. And the story that I started when I was 20 gets its end pretty soon. Right? It started with, what is it? Royal Treatment. Then the Trojan Horse EP. Then finally Thursday. Right? And now finally Lonely Boy Hours, which I have been putting off so much, putting into the wayside so much. This is why I don't think that, as much as I would love to, right? This is what, because I procrastinate so much. And again, I don't look or sound like what anybody wants to hear at this point. But it's just like everything that I've wanted to do, right? I've done. I've released music. I've done podcasts, right? I've written 2 short films. I haven't done anything with them, but I've written. I'm working on a YouTube series, writing a YouTube series, excuse me. Right? I'm trying to write a play. So much I want to do. But it was the 2 things that I've always wanted to do in my life that it took me a while to realize I loved them more than they could ever love me. And that's okay to come to that realization. That realization is a hard one to swallow, but it nonetheless, for me, needed to be learned. Because I can put a song together, I can write one, but I can't release it. The story that I put together, it's a very simple story. Musician meets woman. He instantly falls in love with her. She feigns to love him back because she sees what he can give to her, not what they could be for each other. When he loses it all, he goes back to where it all started. The first part, that's royal treatment. That's where that chapter ends, royal treatment. The next chapter blends in together. Trojan horse, right? Thursday, or as I consider the rebirth. Trojan horse, still trying to hold on. You get a feel for who the character is, right? You get a feel for who the character is. But Thursday is essentially an attempted rebirth of the character. That's why none of the songs sounded the same as the first project. You get some heavy bass, right? You get the character trying to be someone that he's not. But near the end, you see more of the character. You hear it coming out in some of the songs. But near the end, you see it more with the song work, because it's just like, out here nobody sees me, right? The character feels alone. Like they don't see you, but they see the work that you do, right? But one of the lines stuck true to me, right? What if I go out there and do everything wrong so that people who should stay would be gone? All right? See, I write from the perspective of a character, because the character reflects me. Lonely Boy Hours is essentially me putting to words everything that I've felt for the past 4 years. Just everything that I felt, every thought, every mood, every tear, every smile. I put pen to paper. I didn't stress about anything. I just wrote it because it was all I knew how to do. No matter what I felt, I found an instrumental, I wrote it, and now I have upwards to 15 songs done that I have not whittled down to finish the story that needs to be finished. That's the thing that's keeping me wanting to continue music, even when music doesn't love me. I still got nothing, yo. There's no clear head to explain why I believe that music doesn't love me. I mean, anybody can write music. Anybody can be a musician. Anybody can be a rapper, singer. If you have it. I don't have it. Anybody can do it, right? And I always said anybody can make music Anybody can, write a song. Anybody can, take a picture or whatever, but they can't do it how I do it, because I do it in a way that is special to me. But because it's special to me, that doesn't make it special to everybody else. I can sit behind this mic and talk about something that means something to me, and it means jack shit to anybody. But when it comes to the mic, I don't care. Something I say is gonna resonate with somebody. Right? I talk about what I love behind this mic, and what I love is arts. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Music, movies, plays, books, you know what I'm saying? Sports, basketball is art. Ballet is an art. Wrestling is art. Everything about art I love. I love it. Because that's what kept me going when times were incredibly hard. When I was sad, a very, very sad teenager, what did I have? Every 1 season or 2 season show that MTV aired, or that Comedy Central aired, or that TBS aired, or whatever came on FX, any movie that sparked my interest, kept me going. Right? And you see, even one of the things that's been kind of keeping me in my dome, if you will, it's a very tumultuous place. The field that I love. Right? You see it every day. You see what's in the news. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to talk about everything that's happening in the entertainment space. You see it. It dominates timelines. It dominates TikTok. It dominates my YouTube feed. It dominates everything. Because that's all that people give a fuck about. It's a very tumultuous place. You know what I'm saying? People are doing things that they should not do. And it's tainting the art that I love. It is tainting the art that I love. And I don't like it. To love this is to find a part of you that still has hope in everything. To love music gives you hope, because there's always that one song that you sit down and listen to, and it automatically puts a spark back in your soul. And instantly, or a movie that puts hope in your heart, or you know what I'm saying, or a show you rewatch on Netflix, because every time you watch it, you smile. You can love this. You listen to a podcast when you're at work, or a podcast when you're driving, and it makes your day, because not only does it give you something to think about, but it makes life less mundane. You get why people chase their dreams. You get why people have a goal. You get why people have a spark in them. Like, everything you love gives you a spark. As it fucking should. Because if you didn't love it, you wouldn't do it. And this isn't about work. You can work a shitty job, a bullshit job, as we all fucking do. Right? But then when you finally sit down after a long day, and you just wonder, is this it? Is this my life? Work for 8 to 9. Probably, if you have a different job, probably 14 to 16 hours. You work all those hours. You know what I'm saying? You get a paycheck, and you repeat. No difference every single week. And some people want that life. Some people like a quiet Some people like a quiet life. Some people like a tame, calm life where, you know what I'm saying, you don't have, where you're comfortable. I commend you because you have worked hard for a life where you have felt comfortable. I've never liked comfortability. I get irritable. I truly get irritable because I know that there's something else to do. I know that there's something else that I can do in life that can make me feel better than I do in this moment. There was a book that my old mentor gave me when I was 15 years old called Where's My Cheese? And the concept of the book is very simple. You go to the same spot for that cheese and it's gonna be there until one day that cheese is moved and then you have to go find that cheese again. That means the more comfortable you get, you'll continue to get the things that you want, but eventually it won't be there no more. So you have to go find it elsewhere. So to bring it back to originally what I was saying, I found cheese, right? I was getting listeners. And I got comfortable with that. I didn't want more in that moment until one day the cheese wasn't there no more. That cheese, I wasn't doing shows. I wasn't working with my best friend on the thing that we love together. Things slowed down. So where's the cheese? You gotta find a new one. Go find a different piece. Go find something else that makes the spark go big for you. So I did. Like I said, I still love music. I will write the hell out of a song. Hell, I was editing a song a couple days ago that I did, and I really want to show it to the world. Nothing's going to come of it. Y'all don't give a fuck. The world doesn't give a fuck. They don't have to. I'm just a guy behind a mic trying to make his dreams happen. To do what he loves. He loves this. I love this. I want to interview actors. I want to interview musicians. I want to interview playwrights. I want to interview, Broadway stars. I want to, be, I want to be an all-around great podcast host. Even if it's just me, even if I'll never, ever get to the level of, $1 million worth of game, champs, brilliant idiots, fucking, even if I never get to that level, right? I would be remiss if I didn't do what I love. And it took me to fail. It took me to fail 10 times. And then that last time I picked this mic up and I started to talk. Had to talk. Because me saying anything behind a beat started to become exhausting for me because I knew that I was rushing the process. I was trying to put out a song all the time. Now, I take my time. I write. I try to get a concept down. I do what I need to do to make the music matter to me, not drop music that I feel like will matter to the masses, because the masses didn't even consume my music. So now I release music that I like, as I should. You know what I'm saying? But it took me to fail all those times to get to this point. Who knows? I know what I want from this. I know that I love this. Only time will tell if this loves me. That is the only thing that I'm waiting on. Is time. Time will tell what happens. Time will always tell. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes down to it, the fear will kick in if it does. Right? If I get a taste, will it get taken away from me? Will I still love it the way I loved it before if it doesn't give me what I want? Let's say I do. Let's say I do great things. Change the world. Give my family, friends, people I grew up with, the life that we've all talked about. Just to do wonderful shit. Will it be taken from me? That's the question that a lot of people have about, it's a lot of fear that people have. Because once you reach a certain pedestal, a certain echelon, I'm pretty sure I'm using that word wrong. Once you reach a certain level, it's like, what can be taken from me? All of this I've worked so hard to get, everything that I've worked so hard to do. How fast it comes, how fast will it leave? Even if you work 10 years at something, right? And you finally, get your shot. You finally break through the glass ceiling and you aim past the stars and shoot for the stratosphere. Can it be taken from you? I've seen the rise and the fall. I've seen the one-hit wonders. I've seen the actors who are, meant to be the next thing be gone in 3 years. Because no one gave a fuck anymore. No one cared. Granted, if you fall down, get up. Get right the fuck back up. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we're meant to do. Right? Even if what you love doesn't love you back. To get up and try again. That 101st, 102nd, 103rd time, 104th time. You can do something you can do something for 10, 12 years. And on the 13th year, you make it. But if you give up in the middle of that 12th year and you just tap out, I don't want to do this no more. You will never fucking know. But you won't know. And because you gave up, you will sit there and wonder what would have been if I absolutely just kept going. I think about that too. Like, what if I unplug the mic? You know what I'm saying? Throw out the notebooks. You know what I'm saying? Just find a job that I actually like, pays decent enough money so I can live decently, I guess. No extravagance. I never wanted extravagance, right? I just want to do what I love and be paid to do what I love, right? It doesn't have to be insane, okay? You just want people, and I feel like people want the same thing. Everybody wants the same thing, right? They want to enjoy life. They want to live. They don't want to just survive. They don't want to struggle. They want to live. Find a job that you love. Live your dream. Live your truth. Love your passion. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, such and such is living vicariously through their kid, or living vicariously through you. It's like they haven't been. People grow to hate their lives when they don't do what they love. When they give up on themselves. When they come to the reality that I came with music and acting, and they don't have anything else. So they push it on to kids and they push it on to everyone else. So they live vicariously through somebody who has decided to get it, and then they hate themselves for that because they sit there and they stew. Oh, this is supposed to be me. They're living my life. How could they? And then you grow to resent. And then that person, whether they know you, if they know you, they start to hate you, because why are you putting that pressure on me? Because you didn't want to be what you had all the possibility in the world to be. You let fear consume you. You let doubt consume you, and you gave up. So why do you hate me? Now I hate you. And if you resent, or they resent a celebrity, oh, that could have been me if I would have gave him my yada yada you. You didn't give it your yada yada you. So you are hating someone who doesn't know you exist, nor knew that the dream was yours and it was absolutely in your palm to take. But when you come to that conclusion and you have no next plan, you have no next step, you sit lost in translation because you don't know what to do. And trust me, I've been there. I've been there. I've absolutely been there. And it is a long road to figure out what to do next. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I still don't know. I don't think I'm meant to know. I don't think anybody's meant to know what's next. That's the crazy part about life, right? You can try your hardest at something and then find your real passion in that passion that you have, right? There are people who wanted to be professional wrestlers who ended up being professional wrestling commentators because they love to talk. There are people who wanted to become world famous musicians but ended up becoming agents, ended up becoming, managers. And they found a love for what they do in what they love to do. Right? So it's like I found the love of podcasting in just getting behind the mic and rapping and singing. All from an off-the-cuff idea by a crazy person who I call G. Lupe. I would not know anything about this if he never sat me down and was like, oh, we should start a podcast. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. All I knew was that when I sat down and I started talking, everything felt so natural. It felt like I found my purpose. I found what I truly wanted to do in life. It took me years of writing music, wanting to be on a screen. And it just took this motherfucker 3 minutes to say, oh, a podcast. Yeah, sure. All right, let's do that. And it went. Sometimes what you love doesn't love you back, and that's very, very sad. But you got to find something else to love. Because there are people who can sit there and try to be something for 20, 30 years, give up, and then go do something else and hate life after. But then there are some people who, can do something for 20, 30 years and then keep going on the 31st year or 21st year. They hit exactly where they've wanted to hit the entire time. Me, I came to that self-realization that no matter how far I would have tried or how much I would have wanted to, I was never going to hit the level that I needed to hit. That was my self-realization, that I loved it, but it didn't love me. And that's okay. That's all right. Some people never come to that self-realization. They keep trying to be something that just can't happen. And that's fine for them too. You let them keep trying. Don't doubt them. Don't let them doubt themselves. If they really truly believe that they can do these things, let them believe it. That's all you can do. Don't discourage them. Don't make them hate themselves. Don't do that. Don't tell them, oh, you're too old. Don't tell them, oh, you're too young. Don't say, oh, you can't do this. The market's oversaturated. You can't do it. Or there's so many other podcasts in the world. Who's going to... It doesn't matter. There's so many people doing these things. So many people want to do these things. But nobody can do it the way you can do it. Nobody can do it the way they can do it. Nobody can do it the way I can do it. But it's just like, don't discourage them. Push them. If they reach the potential that only they can reach and it's still not enough, then they know that it's time to bow out. They will know. In the same way I knew. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z didn't drop the blueprint until, Jay-Z didn't drop Reasonable Doubt until he was like 27, 28 years old, right? Steve Jobs didn't, start Apple until I don't fucking know how old. I think he was in his 30s. Nobody knows. We're all taking chances here. We all have to take chances. That's life. Life is taking chances. Take the chance. But don't discourage yourself. Even if you bow out of one thing, don't just say, okay, nope, back to mundane life. No, try something else. Did you find your passion in your passion? Did you find your love for something else in the passion? Or vice versa, did you find your passion doing what you love? I just watched somebody give a speech on working hard and doing what you love, and you're gonna get it. See, I found what I love doing this. I just hope it loves me. Because I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna lose my mind because I never know what the fuck to talk about, but I'll get there. Anyway, I've gone 2 minutes over. This has been Late Night Laz. Thank you for listening to me rant. I hope that what I said just reached somebody. Because this was me just talking. This is not really a topic. Next week, I hope. Dear God, I hope. Trying to figure out how to get this thing on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever the case may be. I'm trying my best there. But yeah, I love you. And I hope you love me back. I hope what you love loves you back. Be peaceful.